Hello, my name is Nathan Explosion, and this video is me explaining about what Death Clock has been gone through this summer. First, this year's Adult Swim Festival. Death Clock was there at the Venture Brothers movie world premiere. The film was brutal. And I mean brutal. We cheered on them all the way. But I almost tear up, because my show goes through the same fate a month after. Of course, there was a commotion before the starting of the movie. But Teen Venture already explained that story. Anyways, the next day, me and my bandmates was so excited about my movie panel. We even planned to do a mini concert there, by singing a song about our comeback, the struggle during the decade, and our fans can finally rest. I thought it'll be the best day ever. Until Morty broke the news. He explained that due to the human writer and actor strike from the other side, my panel was cancelled. Of course, me and my bandmates was shocked. I hoped that it was a joke. But apparently, we were not informed about the schedule change. As a result, I threw a mental tantrum by smashing some of the festival grounds. Pickles knocked off tables and chairs, Murderface pees on the food carts, Squisker was just yelling around, while speaking Swedish, and Toki busts out crying, as he was wetting his pants. Yeah, Death Clock had caused some chaos there. And because Brock Sampson wasn't there at the time, Tina and Hank had to calm me down. It has gotten to the point where Rick Sanchez called our manager, Charles Foster of Denson, to come and sort the mess out. Charles had to give us an earful and then gave Toki a spare pair of pants. Needless to say, we got escorted out of the festival. We were not allowed to go for the remainder of the event. But that vacation with Teen Venture was worth it. During the trip, Toki found an egg in a root. It hatched into a green kitten. He named it Really Cool Cat, in honor of his old cat in the Death Elf episode. Whenever we have a picnic, we take turns making the sandwiches. One time, Toki made noodle sandwiches with extra peanut butter. It tasted weird, but it also resulted in a disaster in our stomach. All of us had to scatter around to find places to relieve ourselves. Pickles went behind a rock, Toki and Squisker crept in the bushes, and Murderface just pulled his shorts down and let it all out. As for me, I pooped on a lake, scaring the water creatures away in the process. Now, moving on the day of the film, Charles hosted a private premiere watch party for Metalocalypse Army of the Doomstar. Unlike the last two premieres, this one is exclusive to certain Adult Swim showcasts. Want to know which shows that was invited? Alright, here's the list. The Boondocks, 12 Ounces Mouse, Moral Oral, Super Jail, Mr. Pickles, and Most Nobility. Aqua Teen and Venture Brothers. Yes. Ever since my show, Aqua Teen and Venture Brothers was announced to have films, it's decent enough to watch each other's movies. All of a sudden, someone crashes the party. It's none other than that disgusting woman named Clone Iris. She came in for the exact reason. By now, you already know, since Teen Venture explained that as well. Clone Iris threatens to set fires all over Mordhaughts and kill everyone for participating, if we don't cancel the movie. Pickles tries to tell her to leave, but she pushes him into his drum set. After that, Squisker told Iris that she smelled way worse than Murderface's farts and sweaty feet. Clone Iris threw his guitar aside and threw a pie at him. Afterwards, she began attacking Murderface. Mainly, because in our first world touring home, Clone Iris snuck in the stage in an attempt to attack us. But Murderface knocked her out with his bass guitar. She kept beating him up, until Murderface threw a jar of his Planet S cologne at her. She got super angry that she picked him up and then threw him into the wall. At this point, I was getting so fed up with her unnecessary burst-outs. Lastly, Clone Iris calls Toki out for being involved with the hijacking in Ignignuck's awful live stream. In truth, Toki joined in the hijack in behalf of Deathclock, since he knows how to create a fake account. As soon as Clone Iris charges towards Toki, I've stopped her by punching her. I've told her about my struggles after my show's cancellation, such as almost destroying Adult Swim's HQ, dealt with all the daddy issues from the channel, all the times I threw metal tantrums and took a lot of therapy. My stress and anxiety was so bad during those times that I had to take Xanax pills until 2017. That lady then goes on to tell about her own issues with the studio that she was banned from. While I can relate to some of them, the huge difference is that she just purposely burst out towards everyone and pin blaming on that boy named Ash Ketchum. While in my case, I just smashed a bunch of items out of stress and gotten support from Brock Sampson, Frylock, Charles and my bandmates. Anyways, Clone Iris gave me a final warning to move out of her way. But I'd wasted no time telling her that she can fight me to settle this once and for all. As I wasn't gonna let some toxic idiot ruin my only chance to shine again after a decade. So we both brutally fought. I and Riley from the Boondocks recorded the fight to upload it on YouTube and some other site called WorldStar. The battle lasted for like 15 minutes until Charles broke the fight by holding her down. He then sends Clocketeers to take her into the underground holding cell for the rest of the event. She was blown out from the cannon the next morning. 2 hours later, we watched the movie, and everyone was very surprised about how beautiful the film looked. Unlike the Aqua Teen and Venture Brothers movies, Metalocalypse's film was extremely cinematic and a type of movie that can be seen in theaters. Not to mention that the animation was improved a lot. My show was animated by Flash, Venture Brothers was remained the same and Aqua Teen got an upgrade because of how very limited it was. Now, a lot of you probably didn't notice this, but Venture Brothers and Metalocalypse are linked somehow. Other than the fact that Venture Brothers lasted only 7 seasons, while Metalocalypse has only 4. Both were cancelled and ended with a huge cliffhanger, having a fan bases that get along with each other and, of course, having finale films. Heck, you can even see the Deathclock poster in one scene from the Venture Brothers film. It's weird for me to say this, but that's how Deathclock became very close with Team Venture. The show came out 3 years before mine and 3 years after Aqua Teen, making Metalocalypse the youngest out of those shows. Needless to say, both Venture Brothers and Metalocalypse fan bases can now finally rest after getting what they wanted. So wondering how we've been doing right now? Well, we're in Paseo, recovering from a cold after defrost. How? That's a long story for another time. That's it for Deathclock's side of the story. This video is a sequel of a Venture Brothers story video. Any Metalocalypse fans out there that is watching, I hope you enjoyed this blog video. For any newcomers, watch the whole series, especially the Doomstar Requiem special, before the movie. I'll probably appear again in Adult Swim Shenanigan Fables. See you next time.
Alright, let's look at the reviews of the movie. Wait a minute. I got an email from a fan telling me to click on the link below. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's their analysis and thoughts on the film. Oh my gosh. What is wrong with those fans?
What is going on, Pickles?
Some fan emailed me a link to a certain Deathclock tag on Tumblr. It's really messed up.
Oh, Is it the bad reviews about the movie? Because it's filled with bullcrap.
It's a lot worse than that. See it yourself.
Alright, it can't be that. Holy crap! It's the Nichols shipping tag. And it's filled with us cussing and being naked in bed. I knew this movie would cause a rival shipping art on the band. It's not so brutal at all.
He is not the only ones in horrors of homosexuals and fictions.